Hello everyone. So today is our first class, and before we start CCNA, let us discuss what Cisco offers us in our certification. And generally it is defined as Cisco Carrier Certification. And Cisco follow the pyramid model where you start at the base with CCENT. That means Cisco Certified Entry Network Technician, which is also called as CCT, Cisco Certified Technician. And once you complete that level, we go to the next level, CCNA or associate level. So you have entry level, then associate level, professional level, expert level, and then we go to architect level. So that's the range we follow from base to the top of the pyramid. So this pyramid model provides us the complete level of each track. There are different tracks which we'll be discussing in the next slide, but this is what we have to follow. So once we have the entry level, we go to associate level, okay, CCNA, then CCNP, that is professional level, then CCI, expert level, then we go to the architect level. So if you look at this next slide, here we discuss what are the different types of tracks we have. Now, Cisco provides us 7 tracks. The latest, which is added, or which was added in February 24th, 2020, DevNet track. So the earlier tracks, what we have design track, enterprise, collaboration, data center, security, and service provider. Now, wireless track, voice track, and security track, and routing switching track, which has been combined together or merged together into enterprise track. So this is what we are going to follow. So if you want to achieve routing switching, the older one, and you want to map with the latest one, it will be called as enterprise. So now we don't have routing switching CCNA. Routing switching track is not there. It has been all combined together. Routing switching, security, wireless, and voice combined together into enterprise. So the base level or the entry level, you have CCT, routing switching. And after that, we have associate level, that is CCNA. And the new CCNA, which has been named or renamed or rebranded as CCNA Enterprise. And the code is 200-301. Then we can go to the expert specialist level. Okay, for that you have to go to, you can do only one exam or one paper, what you say, that is called as core paper or core exam. And if you want to achieve a professional level, then you have to go to the next paper, or there are multiple papers or multiple exams which you can achieve. But once you complete the second paper or second exam along with the core, you become professional level. So to achieve CCNP Enterprise, you have to complete 2 exams. That is NCore or Enterprise Core, and then we go to NRC. Okay, Advanced Routing Switching, Enterprise Advanced Routing Switching. So, and there are other papers also which deals with the wireless and others, you can see. Then if you want to go to expert level, then you have to do the writing, you have to complete the written exam, and then you have to attend the lab. So generally, if you take the core exam at the specialist level or at the professional level, you can also attend the CCI lab. That means you have completed the prerequisite, that is your core exam or core level exam. So for every level, every track, or you have the same level wise description. So first you have to go to CCD. Once you complete CCD, go to CCNA, then you go to the specialist level, completing the core exam. After that, you go to professional level with multiple options available. And then you can go to the expert level. Okay. So majorly we'll be focusing on enterprise level. Okay. Then other level as per your knowledge, as per your expertise, as per your exposure and experience, you can choose your different track, or you can improve or go to other levels, other tracks. So DevNet has been added newly. Again, you have to achieve that, you have to go to CCNA level, that is associate level. It is called as DevNet associate. And the exam code will be 200-901. Then you have core level. After the core level, you can go to the professional level. And then you can go to expert level, but that is the future plan. So at the same time, if I want to achieve my architect level, the recommended option what we have, we follow, or we start with the base level, CCDA, CCDP, CCDE, and then architect. Okay, so that's the track for design. For the most for other level and the other tracks, we follow the same procedure or same level we achieve with the CCNA, CCNP, and the core. Even with the core, you can go to CCI level. It is not compulsory that you have to complete CCNP. You can, after CCNA, you can do one of the core paper, and then you can write CCI. Okay, after completing the written exam, after you pass, you get 1.5 years to complete your CCI lab exam. So CCI lab exam will be of around 8 hours exam, and generally it starts at morning 9 o'clock, 9 to 1, 4 hours. Then you have 1 hour break, again from 2 to 6. So totally 8 hours. So with break of 1 hour. So we'll be discussing the chapters, what we're going to cover up for your CCNA, because you'll be doing CCNA in this class. So let us look into CCNA chapters. So what do you mean by CCNA? CCNA means Cisco Certified Network Associate, and the new renamed one is called as CCNA Enterprise. So earlier we used to do CCNA routing switching, so now it will be CCNA Enterprise. And what are the chapters which will be covered? So these are our contents. We have divided the whole CCNA topic. The complete topic has been divided into 2 volumes, volume 1 and volume 2. And if you look at this volume 1, we have these 10 chapters which we'll be covering up. Okay. So first chapter will be internet networking concept, the Ethernet networking and data encapsulation, introduction to TCP/IP, then IP addressing, troubleshooting, subnetting, all this thing will be covered in the later chapter. Then introduction to Cisco iOS and the device configuration, managing a Cisco device and the network, its neighbor, and the connectivity. And then you have IP routing and then wide area network. So all these 10 chapters will be covered in volume 1, and few chapters are also there in volume 2. So volume 2 has 23 chapters. Out of 23 chapters, few chapters are similar to volume 1. So those chapters I'm not going to cover, only the unique chapters, that is from chapter 6, that is from OSPF. From OSPF, I'm going to cover up till the end chapter, that is chapter 23, configuration management tools. So if you look at volume 2, you have network fundamentals. Yes, I'm going to cover that chapter because there are a few topics which are new. And then you have TCP/IP, which is same as volume 1, IP addressing, subnetting, root summaries, and all this thing same as volume 1, IP routing same as volume 1. Then from chapter 6, we'll be covering OSPF. Then we have layer 2 switching, VLAN, inter-VLAN routing, and you have spanning tree protocol, Ether channel, then access list. Then you have NAT, IP services, and so different types of services will be covered. Then you have network security. Then you have FHRP, first of redundancy protocol. Then you have VPN, QoS, IPv6, troubleshooting techniques. Then you have wireless technologies and configuring the wireless technologies, virtualization and automation. These are completely new topics which will have only theory. There is no lab for them. So there are a few chapters which will be having theories, and for those chapters which have lab, we'll be taking the classes, and accordingly we'll have the class or the lab on the next day. So first we'll take theory and then we'll have the lab. So these few chapters are very, very new, which is added in this new syllabus. So we have virtualization and automation. Then we have SDN, software defined networking, and Cisco DNA, digital network architecture. And then the last one is configuration management tools. So we'll be following the complete Cisco curriculum or Cisco syllabus as recommended by Cisco. So let us start the class. And before actually we start the class, let me give you a brief idea about the certification or the exam of CCNA. So let us look into that. Okay, so this is regarding exam, CCNA exam or CCNA certification. So the Cisco has offered us to achieve the certification once you complete the training or the course. So once you have the complete knowledge of the technology, then you can go for exam. So the exam code is CCNA 200-301, and the subject name is Cisco Certified Network Associate. So it says exam code is 200-301. Exam cost will be $300 USD plus 18% GST, which will come around 354 USD. Indian rupee almost 26,000, almost 26,000, around 26,000 to 27,000. It depends on the dollar value on that day. And the exam duration will be 2.5 hours. And regarding the exam, detail of the number of questions, what you get, the number of questions you get will be 105. And 105 questions you need to complete in 2.5 hours. Types of questions, yes, you have multiple choice question. I mean, they'll give you option, the question and the best. Questions and the answers. You have to choose the best answer. Sometime 1, sometime 2, sometime 3. And you have drag and drop, like match the column. And then you have selection option also. The passing score will be around 810 out of 1,000. So this is the information about your exam. Now, how do you book the exam? Yes, you can go to any authorized Pearson VUE authorized exam center and book the exam. You can visit the center and do it. How do I do? Yes, for booking option, we have this option. It says I can book online. Yes, you can book online by yourself and you can visit the center and take the exam. Otherwise, you can visit the center and book the exam itself. There itself, and you can take on the same day if you want. And you can also take the exam online by, you have an option now due to COVID, they have started this option. You can take the exam and take the exam at your home or at your office. Okay, so there are some rules what you have to follow, and then you can take up those exams. You have to fulfill those prerequisites. Once it is fulfilled, then you can take up the exam. So providing candidates details on phone or email, then we can book. The exam can be booked by the center itself. So you have multiple options available to book this exam. And and need to have your email account, okay, so that we can link with the Pearson VUE, other accounts, so we can book the exam. Microsoft account, Cisco account, whatever you have in the Pearson VUE, you can do it. So for Microsoft also, you can have other Microsoft account. You can, for Cisco, you can have open Cisco account and then book the exam. So we can take the exam at our center also. You need to bring 2 valid ID proof. At least 1 ID proof should be having your signature. So these are the basic requirement to take the exam. But before doing the exam or taking the exam, you need to be confident so that you can pass the exam, because the exam is expensive and you need to have complete and thorough knowledge of the technologies or the subject. Okay, so that's all for today. We'll be going to the next topic or the next chapter where we'll be starting the class. Okay, the first class we'll be doing or starting the chapter. Thank you. See you in the next class.